Hi everyone, Daryl here. Today we're going to be talking with Mr. Karaka about the spring concert that's going to be happening this week. Hi, thank you for your time.
Hello, Daryl. Thank you for your time.
I just wanted to ask, starting off, how did you get into the music industry here at Prep?
Well, before prep, I was actually originally a string bass player, and I did a lot of, concerts and a lot of gigs and a lot of performances in the tri-state area in New York. But I also had several string bass students that I taught privately, and that kind of led me into wanting to do more of that teaching to students. And I said to myself, where can I go that has a phenomenal music program that I can do more of this and just lead students to great music performance and education. And that led me to St. Francis Prep. And 15 years ago, I joined this place, and I'm still going strong. So,
I'm glad to hear that. Next question. How is the music selected for this concert?
okay, well, for this concert that I'm going to be a part of, there's two ensembles that I'm directing. One of the ensembles is called Junior Band. Junior Band is an ensemble where the students that I had the previous year being called beginning instrumental class. Those are the students that are basically going to be in junior band, which is kind of a beginner to intermediate level ensemble. Those are the students. So I basically every year we get a lot of these students, and I basically kind of get a sense of how their playing is. What have they been working on? We start with all the regular major scales, and we work on technique. We work on getting their playing to be in a level where I can get a feel and sense for that and select the music that's according to what they can do. You know what I mean? So I don't want to pick music that's too difficult or too easy. So somewhere in the middle. So for my junior band, for my beginner band, it's really selective because I have to know exactly where they are and how they're engaging themselves in the band together. And that's what takes me to really select, pieces for them to play. So it takes me about a few weeks to know where they're at with that. That's how I select their music. And for the jazz ensemble, since they're one of our elite ensembles in the school, I got to be able to understand where they are and what genres of music. They usually do jazz music, pop music, rock music. They do a lot of genres of music. So I kind of get a sense. I do the same thing. I kind of get a sense of how they are, and I select music in terms of how they are at the moment and how they're performing. So it is a big difference of level of music from a beginning band to an elite ensemble. And then we go from there. We basically practice, we rehearse, and then we go on from there. We prepare them for the concert. Yeah.
How long have they been practicing these pieces?
Well, every year, we usually around September, we get to see who are the kids that are coming in from eighth grade from other schools, and my beginning classes to see how they are. Just before the summer, we start getting all these kids ready. They start audition. They go through an auditioning process to see what level. There's two bands. There's concert band and there's junior band. So when we do the audition process, we get get a good idea and a sense of what level the students are, and we place them accordingly to that. So that's how we basically select which ensembles they play in, which ensembles they have to go in, what types of music that has to be selected for those ensembles.
Well, now I'm getting goosebumps. When and where are the tickets going to be sold?
The tickets are going to be sold for our concerts is going to be in the music office, which is going to be available this week. You could also purchase the tickets at the front door when you walk into the school. They'll be purchased there as well. So there you have it.
I just wanted to start us off with how did you get into the music industry here at Prep?
So I started teaching here at Prep in the music department about 12 years ago. I was finishing up with graduate school at Stony Brook, just like Mr. Karaka. I'm also an upright bass player, and I was finishing my classical performance degree there and saw that there was a job posting for a string teacher position at a school called St. Francis Preparatory School in Fresh Meadows, Queens. So I called up the number that was listed. I spoke with Dr. Corbino on the phone. We set up an interview, and the rest was really history. Fast forward 12 years, and I'm still here today having this interview with you.
Glad to hear that. How was the music for this ensemble selected?
So I conduct the string orchestra with my colleague Mr. Johnston, as well as the honors orchestra, who are going to be playing May 6th, this Friday evening. I selected the music for those ensembles based upon their level. As you know, as a member of the chamber orchestra, you play in the highest level group. The honors orchestra is the intermediate level string group here at Prep, and the string orchestra is the beginner level group at Prep here. So we try to choose music that's appropriate for them, but as well as being entertaining for the listener, and have some, let's say, historical significance in the classical music repertoire.
How long have they been practicing all of these pieces?
So most of our groups here have been practicing this music for a few months at this point, to varying degrees. Some students started practicing this music in January, some in February. We've rotated a few pieces here and there, but I'd say on and off for about 2 months.
Some of us want to know, is there only one concert or two concerts?
Here at Prep, we have 2 spring concerts, actually. We have one on Friday, May 6th. That's at 7:15 p.m., where you'll be able to hear the string orchestra, the honors orchestra, the chamber orchestra, the concert chorus, as well as both percussion ensembles. And we also have Spring Concert 2 the following week, which is Friday, May 13th, where you'll be able to hear the junior band, concert band, and jazz band, as well as the prep chorus and chamber choir.
Can you name any pieces that will be played during the spring concert?
Sure. So my group, the Honors Orchestra, is going to be playing a minuet by J.S. Bach, as well as a march by Henry Purcell.
And why should people come to the spring concert?
Well, just like everything at Prep, everybody does a multitude of different things, but the music department here at Prep is pretty vast. There's a lot of students that partake in the music department. So yourself, I'm sure, also have friends that play in various ensembles. So one, music is for entertainment, right? We go to concerts because we want to have a fun experience. We want to see people play music for us in a live setting. So I'd say people should come to support the performers, especially seeing as how we haven't had as many live concerts over the past few years. It would be really great to see as many people there in support of our artists and performers for these spring concerts.
Where will the performances be, and how would you buy the tickets for them?
Great question. So the performances are going to take place in the Brother Ralph Clifford Auditorium. That's obviously in the center hall of the school between the east and west side. The doors for each concert on May 6th and May 13th are going to be at 7:15 p.m. And tickets can be purchased this week from the music department or on the night of the performance at the door.
Thank you, Mr. Higgins.
You're welcome. Thank you.
My name is Daphne, and I am here interviewing this gentleman. What instrument do you play?
I am a vocalist here, and I also play a multitude of percussion instruments as well.
Do you know how many percussion instruments you play?
About 10, maybe?
That's a lot. And what do you find easier?
I think percussion is a little bit easier for me in terms of I used to play piano already, and there are instruments similar to piano in percussion, so I believe that's easier.
And how long is this going to be your first performance?
No, this will be my 9th in-person performance.
If you got to pick like a different instrument to play, would you change your instrument?
No, I think that after playing the same thing and singing for 4 years, I think that it's just been a great experience and I wouldn't change it for anything.
And how do you prepare yourself before a performance?
I think it's just you take deep breaths, you hang around with the people in the same ensemble just to help you comfort them, and yeah, I think that's, yeah.
Is there a difference in preparation between vocal and percussion?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, I guess that vocalists, you have to like warm up and stuff, but in percussion, I guess you just have to like be ready and just know everything.
And how do you feel about this performance?
I'm really excited for it. I think that to have a spring concert again after a few years, it'll be great, and I'm just excited.
for you being a senior, this will be your last performance. How do you feel about it?
I feel a little bit sad. It's been a great 4 years, and to see all of it go now, it's has a special place in my heart.
And do you see yourself continuing this once you graduate?
Um, I do, in a form of, my college doesn't have the music stuff, but I do plan to start something at my college possibly and make a music ensemble there.
If you were to start, what will you start it with?
I think I started off with a chorus maybe. I think it's easier because with percussion you have a lot of equipment to get and stuff, but I think that vocalist is a bit easier.
And is there something here you wouldn't think you would experience?
I think that in such a short time, I've made a lot of friends. I made a lot of connections with new people, teachers, and I'm really happy that I got to experience all that these past 4 years. And yeah,
What instrument do you play?
I'm a violinist.
Have you ever considered playing a different instrument?
Yeah, actually, in the 5th grade, I played the piano, and my mom made me take lessons for a whole entire year, and I absolutely hated it, so I decided to go back to the violin, and I love it.
Is this going to be your first performance?
It's going to be my first performance at prep, and I'm a little nervous for it, but I'm very excited.
How do you think this performance is going to go?
We've been working really hard for the past few months on our different pieces that we're going to be playing, so I think it's going to go really well, and I think everyone's going to enjoy it.
And have you experienced anything new here that you saw you wouldn't have experienced?
Yeah, I had no idea that I was actually going to be a violinist in prep. I originally, in freshman year, was in the performing arts program, and then I decided to make a switch to music, so I had no idea I would be here.
What made you switch from performing arts to music?
Honestly, I found the performing arts program a little too stressful, and I just thought that music would be a better fit.
Are you going to continue doing music next year?
I think I am. I definitely want to try to audition for a chamber orchestra next year, but we're going to see how that goes.
Well, good luck in that.
Thank you.
And do you see yourself doing this after you graduate from prep?
I definitely want to do it as maybe an ensemble thing in college, but I don't know if I'll do it professionally.
And do you have any words to say?
Just that I'm really excited for the show that's coming up, and I can't wait for it.
Good luck. What grade are you in?
I'm a senior right now.
And what instrument do you play?
I play bass clarinet for concert band, tenor sax for jazz band, and I sing for the prep chorus.
That's a lot of instruments. Out of those three, which ones is your favorite instrument to play?
I don't really have a favorite. I think all of them have a special place with me because all of them I have memories with. So, yeah.
Is this going to be your first performance?
No, I've actually been in the performances since freshman year, since December freshman year.
That's a very long time. And do you enjoy playing your instruments that you play?
I do very much.
How hard is it to learn three instruments?
I think all of them, for the bass clarinet, I've been playing since middle school, so that one I've had a lot of experience with. And then for the tenor sax, I started freshman year, and I really drilled it with Kobayashi and during the music lesson, so that really helped a lot.
And how do you prepare yourself before you go on to perform?
Honestly, just a lot of deep breaths, not a lot of nervousness, and I just know I'm surrounded by people that have been in the same spot as me. So,
how do you think this performance is gonna go?
I hope it goes really well since it's the last one.
And because you are a senior, this is gonna be your last one. How do you feel about it?
I'm sad about it because I've made a lot of friendships and a lot of connections with other students and other teachers. So sad to go, but happy about the memories that I've made.
And do you plan on continuing this after you graduate?
I hope to join some ensembles in college and maybe minor in music, but professionally, probably not.
And is there something here that you've experienced that you would have never thought you would?
I never thought I was going to join the jazz band because I had joined in the middle of freshman year. So I'm really happy that I was given that opportunity.
Is there any words you want to say?
I'm just really grateful for the friendships that I've made, the teachers that I've connected with. So I'm very happy about that.
Enjoy. What instrument do you play?
I'm a vocal student, so I use my voice.
Have you ever thought about playing any other instrument other than singing?
No, I haven't, because when I came here as a freshman, I knew I wanted to sing, so I didn't really want to change it.
Is this your first performance here?
No, this is my 9th performance here.
When have you started your performance?
Freshman year.
What did you experience performing?
I was really nervous, but it was actually a lot of fun to see like all of the friends, the parents, and the outside people who come to our shows, and it's just a really fun experience.
Is there something that you got out of this that you wouldn't have thought in the beginning of your freshman year?
I definitely made a lot of connections with the teachers here and the people that I've met, and I never thought that I would find that, especially so quickly, but I'm glad that I did.
And how do you prepare yourself before you go on to perform?
Well, I kind of just try to relax because I know all the teachers prepare us really well and we practice a lot, so it's just a matter of doing what you know how to do.
And since you're a senior, how do you feel about this being your last show?
It's bittersweet in a way. Like, I'm sad to leave, but I'm just really grateful for everything that has been here.
Do you think about continuing this after you graduate?
I definitely want to do singing as an extracurricular in college, yes.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
Just want to thank all of the teachers here who have been so kind to me all of my years here. So, yeah.
Thank you so much.